These days, I hear that when you go on a date, the first question you should ask the person that, do you want to live in Nigeria? Do you plan on relocating out of Nigeria? I heard that's one of the questions you need to ask the other person so that people can know where you're going to. You should. Hi, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Damisho and I create content on lifestyle vlogs, marriage, and everything in between living in Canada. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you are new here, thank you for coming. If you are returning, thank you for coming back to see my beautiful face. Please press the red subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside it so you can get notified every time you watch my videos, every time I post a video. So I came here to talk to you about why I moved to Canada. So let's just gist. It's a chilled video. You know, a lot of people have been moving to Canada in recent times. As in, it's been like 1 billion and one people. I kid you not. Every time I hear, oh, they relocated or we are moving to Canada, I'm like, who is now remaining in Nigeria? So let's never talk about other countries. But I kid you not, every time I hear they've relocated, not even necessarily to Canada, every time somebody leaves that country, I'm like, who is now remaining in Nigeria? I know 1 billion and one people that moved to the UK in this 2022. I'm saying, sorry, in 2021, people started living from legit living, as in, you know, people have been living since that everybody knew that people were always relocating. But it's like they opened, when the UK opened gates for Nigerians, that people packed their bags and baggages from like October 2021, August 2021, and people started packing. I know like 1 trillion people personally that are in the UK. Let's not even move to Canada. So I came here to gist you guys. Let's talk about why I moved to Canada. I can't see. We know now. We know why. Let's not even talk about the obvious. The obvious being that the country, my beloved country, Nigeria, is in shambles. Let's not talk about it. The country is see. I'm not here to talk about Nigeria. I'm just here to let you guys know. You guys know what's up with the country, so I don't need to go with that. But you know, there are some other factors that contributed. Well, let's say contributed. So let me start from, I knew I was leaving the country even before I met my husband. Do you get? When I met him, I already knew that Canada was in the future for me. When we met and we started talking, and he was open to anything, yeah. He was open to anything. And, you know, I just made it in, like, conversations, like, future plans and all that. And him too was like, oh, yeah, he has it in plans, blah, 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 blah. You know, look like, wow, 2 people that are having the same plans. This is nice. You know that, let me digress a bit. These days, I hear that when you go on a date, the first question you should ask the person that, do you want to live in Nigeria? Do you plan on relocating out of Nigeria? I heard that's one of the questions you need to ask the other person so that people can know where you're going to. In short, I know of a sure, let me not even talk about my personal relationships with my friends here. But you know, that's like the legit way now. People are not asking the other person, oh. So anyways, so when both of us knew that, oh, the plan was open, although his was not Canada, his was Australia, and I'm like, oh, you're not bad. Australia ain't gone bad, you know. Oh gosh, I need to be serious in this sit-down video that I'm talking to you guys about. So when we realized that we're on the same path to the future, and along the way, we didn't start the plans on immediately we met. Of course, we're still dating now, but when we knew something was coming for the both of us, we started a plan even before we got married. But aside the fact that both of us had like plans to leave, we started with Australia. What was the plan? We started with working towards Australia because, you know, at that time, that was his own plan. I'm like, okay, not bad. Just so I can leave this country. So along the line, my sister and her family got on the wagon of leaving the country too. Of course, I've heard them say it quite a number of times in the past. As in, I knew that it was also an option for them, yeah, right from the beginning. Even when everybody was still living their life well to the maximum and to the fullest rather, the option was still hanging on everybody's head here and there. And you know, by the time before I knew Jack Robinson, they submitted their application. Before I knew Jack Robinson, they had given them PR. What is happening? And we're just two, just my sister and I. So you're going to leave me in this country? No. Yes, that's how it happened. So at the time when they started their application, we had also started our own journey separately, like as boyfriend and girlfriend or as fiancé. What was it I can't remember, but we started the journey. And you know, when she was leaving, it didn't really move me like that because I knew that in the next 6 months, because at that time we had started writing IELTS. I'd done West. My husband had done it. My husband had done his West since like 2016 up to 2017. I can't even remember. Do you get? That's how we already invested in the journey. So when she was going, when I said, so you're gonna leave me in this country, it was just banter. It wasn't like deep living because, you know, I was also on the journey. So I'm like, in 6 months, I'm gonna go and meet you. You know. Anyways, another reason my sister was leaving, I didn't want to be alone in the country. You know, even now, I didn't want to be alone in the country. We are far apart from each other. So my sister was leaving Nigeria. I also automatically had to leave, irrespective of I knew I wanted to leave before that. So another reason would be I wanted an easy life. No, I don't want to use maybe not easy, stress-free life, as in a life that you can see things working. It was so much priority for me, living in a more systemized environment. Like, these are things that are happening. This is how things are done. I don't have to explain it to you, but I just felt like I wanted a better life for myself. And Nigeria wasn't going to give me that, to be fair. I know, see, people should not come for me. It's preference. People die for Nigeria. People are comfortable living in that country with the people that can afford to and people that cannot afford to live in that country. What I mean afford to, people that are okay with it and people that are not okay with it. People are living their life. I cannot judge anybody. It's just my personal preference. Please don't come for me. I'm talking about myself, why I left, not why people should leave. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about myself. Please don't come for me. I'm talking about myself. So I wanted a more stress-free life. Like, I didn't want to worry about generator noise. I know it might sound cliche. I didn't want to worry about traffic. But another thing, this Toronto is shocking me with traffic. What's happening? Sometimes when I see traffic, I say, this is not why I came to this Canada. But it's not serious traffic like Lagos traffic, but you know what I mean. I didn't want, as in, I'm sorry, Nigeria didn't offer me anything. I lived in that country for years. As in, when I did not know anything and when I knew something, nothing. That country did not offer me anything. It didn't give me that peace of mind. Aside all of even what the country had to offer for me, I just wanted to live abroad. As in, I wanted to be in that abroad space. I wanted to leave Nigeria. Another thing, guys, was the healthcare system. See, when I begin to narrate people's experiences with the healthcare system in Nigeria, as in, I'm not even talking about luxury healthcare system. I mean the basic, like going to the hospital and getting treated, like having an accident, walking to the hospital and they're treating you. is absurd in that country. I know of people, when you hear people's story about how Nigeria failed them in terms of health system. I even have my own personal experience. If you go down my video, you would see where I talked about where the one emergency situation in the hospital, but that's not why I'm here. You know, I've heard of someone that got robbed and got to the hospital. Did not accept him. Gunshot, they robbed him, collected his car, they shot him. Got to first hospital, they did not accept him. Second hospital, they did not accept. And it was not as if he was going to private hospital, so God. They did not accept him. Got to third hospital. I know specifically for sure that he went to health center, Ebutemeta. They didn't accept him. He went to Lut. They didn't accept. It was a private hospital that ended up taking him in. And, you know, from the guy ended up dying because of all of the delays. But, you know, several heartbreaking stories about the healthcare system in Nigeria is enough reason. I mean, I've met a couple of people here that have asked that why. I know, as in, I never asked that question again. Before, I used to be very interested in why did you leave Nigeria? I just wanted to like hear people's experiences, but as in, I've heard very disheartening stories of please. I've heard very disheartening stories, and personally too, security was another thing. I've had issues with police. I'm a lady. I'm not even a guy that, you know, I'm a lady. I don't look like a Yahoo girl. I don't have dreads, you know, the stereotype with people that have dreads. I don't have all of those things. And I've had issues with police like 3 times. It's a blessing that I'm alive with police issues. It's a blessing that I'm alive, guys. I remember specifically in October 2021 when I had issues with police. It was crazy. It's a blessing that I'm alive. Please, let's not even go. It was not even late at night. It was to 7 p.m. in Ojota. And I was driving, not even that I was on the road. See, let's not even talk about security issues in Nigeria. Security was bad. I knew I wanted more for myself, for my family, for my children. I wanted more life. And I'm grateful that I got married to somebody that understood the let's move abroad gang. Let's go abroad. See, guys, I moved to Canada for a lot of reasons. And I'm grateful that it came true because the journey. Oh, God. That time when my sister was leaving, that I said, oh, I'll join your son 6 months. I came to this country 3.5 years later. She was already eligible for citizenship when I got into this country. And that time I was thinking in just 6 months max. She left in 2018. And I came in 2022. As in, that not almost even 4 years. I'm even saying. It's crazy. I'm thankful to be here, guys. I know that a lot of us have priorities. I cannot live outside. See, I have friends. Now, let me know even. I have friends that have sworn their life that they cannot live outside Nigeria. I cannot live abroad. I kid you not. I have friends that sworn their life. Just 2020. That's what I'm saying. Like beginning of 2021. This particular friend of mine, let me just focus on this one person. But you know, with the way the country turned around, she has changed her mind though, my dear. You see her in Canada soon too. You know, a lot of people have priorities. I cannot live outside the country. Preference. Pure preference. I don't blame them. Some people cannot live abroad, truly. Some people cannot live in a systemized system. Some people cannot still phantom why they should come and be paying tax. Like, some people cannot live in the cold. Some people say Canada is boring. I've still not died. Do you get their preferences? People have like legit preferences. But another reason why I moved, apart from my preference of wanting to live abroad, is peace of mind. See, I cannot overemphasize this peace of mind thing, guys. I can't. As in, there's some things you legit don't have to worry about. I remember that time in Lagos, when I go out, I'll be hoping and praying silently that there's light. God, please let me meet light at home. God, let there be light. God, let us use light to sleep. Because, you know, see, in Lagos, it wasn't about the fact that maybe you could not afford a generator, or you could not afford to turn on your generator for 24 hours. I didn't have an inverter when I was living in Nigeria here. So it wasn't about I could not afford to turn on generator for 24 hours. In short, we even did that during lockdown. Gen was always on. But how about the noise? How about the discomfort? See, guys, it's just a different vibe. I to you. I don't want to use that word, but I kid you not, it's a different vibe. You might not like it. A lot of people don't like it when they move here. There's no guarantee that you will like it. But moi, Damisho, that you're watching, I love it. I love it. Love, love, love. And another thing is, one of the reasons why people the tax. I know that it's a bit but if you don't want to go back to where you're coming from, you live with it. So I don't have a problem with that. Living in Canada and living the Canada dream, that's what I've always wanted. Right after school, I really wanted that for myself, and I'm so grateful that I'm here today. See, I just came to randomly gist you guys about moving to Canada. Why we moved. We wanted better lives for ourselves. Even before we got married, we already knew that this was what we wanted. Better lives for us, better lives for our children, better lives for our family. Myself and my sister are here. My mom is, you know, my dad is, as in, everybody. I know adults that want to move here after coming on holiday. My friend's daddy has said, he has been asking, so what's the next step for me after collecting 10 years visa? I need to leave that country. He's already old. He said there's nothing he's doing in Nigeria again. So let him come here. You know, even the elderly ones know what's up. It's better for me and my family. And I'll say so far, the people that I've met here, and so far, my friends, it's good for us. And I hope if you make the decision to come, it will be good for you. You can try it. I know a lot of people that have come, or rather, that will say that after the 3 years, when they get their Canadian passport. I forgot to mention to you, another thing is the blue pally. Who does not want a blue passport? Please, don't even give me that. Because I want to travel the world here, and that would give me the opportunity, the leverage to move around without that green thing. Because when I came there and they said, as in, please, let me not even go into that. So another thing is the blue passport. Yeah, that's why I moved to Canada. Because I cannot be moving around without green passports, you know. That's another reason. Let me see. Anyways, let me just leave you guys with this. I don't want this video to be too long because it's just a random video that I just thought to sit down and talk to you guys about unplanned. But thank you for watching. If you want to come to Canada, come to Canada. And when you come to Canada, if you're part of this family, please let me know. If I'm close to you, we will enter town. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.